Howdy, my darling Libra. How are you doing, my friend? Happy June. All right, this is your weekly. I don't know what that was. Happy June. Let's get into your weekly tarot reading, though, for June 2023. We're at that halfway point to Libra, which means we're just 1 month closer to it being our season, the best season, Libra. Don't tell any of the other zodiac signs. It'll be a riot. Anyways, let's get into your weekly tarot reading here, Libra. See what's happening, what's popping, what clarity we can give you. You have the Empress. Now, Libra, all right, don't be going telling your friends this, but I do associate the Empress. It does have signification of Libran energy, this Empress, but it's associated with a few others as well. But I really identify this with us right now, all right, because I'm a Libra. My sun is in Libra. The Empress represents that character building, Libra. And so if I were to just go out on the limb, my friend Libra, this year 2023 for you has really been a period of where you've been building a lot of character. And for some of you Libras, how you've had to build that character is understanding karma, or your relationship with karma. Perhaps when it comes to your life right now, you've been looking at other people who have wronged you, toxic people, you know, in that situation there, and you're just like, like what's going on there? Like, why are these crappy people over here having good things happen to them? And then it's just like, what's good over here? Like, what's good, Miley, right? And I feel like the thing for you, Libra, is that there was this, like, I get this message where your life experiences have been pushing you to this point of understanding that the only person that's going to take care of you is you, Libra. And not to say that you're not going to have a support system, not to say you don't have people that love you, but through the trials and tribulations that you have been put through, Libra, you are understanding that you are your own rescue. You are your own savior here. And now at this point in time, sure, you may have came into 2023, Libra, with this sense of where it's like, oh, I'm gonna own the world and da 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 da. But the thing about it is, Libra, it's not the sense of where your ability to manifest is lacking or anything in that manner. The very opposite, actually. But it's this sense for you, Libra, of where the relationship that you have with the universe is a relationship where it's like your spiritual team is like molding you into something that will have a much greater impact on the world. You know what I mean? And so I know for some of you Libras, you might be like, well, honey, who signed me up for this? I don't want to be a main character. I don't want to make a big impact in the world. I just want to keep my head above water, right? I ain't saying that you're not going to be able to keep your head above water or anything like that, Libra. But there's just certain times where it's like, sure, you may be seeing other people in your life that maybe in your opinion may not deserve it. And they probably don't, Libra, right? We have a pretty good judge of character. But the thing about it is something that has always stuck with me, and this is just explained in a various amount of ways, where it's just like, you can't compare the growth of a weed and compare their value due to how quickly they're able to grow and compare that to you. All right. My regulars know, Libra, that I like to compare it as like an avocado tree, right? You know, it takes a really long time. I think it's like 20 years, Libra, when it comes to an avocado tree being able to bear fruit. And once that avocado tree is able to bear fruit, honey, then it's just like profit after profit, honey, right? We already know how the world has really owned. They put avocado on everything, even if it doesn't deserve it, honey. I think I saw on my feed like less than a week ago, someone putting some avocado in frosting for their cake. And I'm like, girl, is that really necessary? I digress. Anyways, Libra, I'm not saying your manifestations are going to take 20 years to grow or to develop. But what I am telling you is that your story of growth is very specific to you because of the value that you're going to bring to the table. Sure, you may not be growing as quickly as the weed, but what happens to weed, honey, after they grow to a certain point in time? And I'm not even talking about the good kind of weed either, not the devil's lettuce, honey. I'm just talking about the weed that you just spray or you pull it out, right? It's not wanted. All right. And so think about it in this perspective here. It's not the sense of where it's like nice guys and gals finish last necessarily. It's that, well, you get the point. Like, we don't need to unpack that any deeper, right? I'm not some Buddha here, honey, right? I'm not the Dalai Lama. Definitely not. Did any of y'all saw like that one video go viral about the Dalai Lama, like having that kid suck him? Girl, if you know, you know. It's so gross. Anyways, you have the Page of Wands coming in here for you, Libra. All right. And so this is symbolizing to me, Page of Wands represents new opportunities, and this is more so associated with passion here. This is to me, Libra, this sense of opportunities, new opportunities are going to be finding you. And you probably went through a little bit of a dry spell where there's not really much happening. Maybe the bank account, like the income flow, really wasn't matching, especially like what's been going on financially for you, or like the bills coming in for you. I feel like that's going to be changing here, and it's going to be through new avenues. So if you have been thinking about picking up more hours at work, or if you're associating like grinding really hard, doing the same thing, banging your head against that brick wall, that's going to be your success story. I'm not saying that you grinding it out is something that you're not needing to do, but I am telling you is that I see what is inspiring you to get out of the house is something that you are haven't really delved into before, because pages represents just new energy in general here. And so I really wouldn't be surprised, Libra, if you're at this point in time of where you're wanting to experiment with doing different things, even if it's not necessarily successful. For example, Libra, I am now starting to take the steps to having an ASMR channel. Do I think I'm going to be the next greatest ASMR artist, honey? Obviously not. But in this sense here, this is showcasing to me where it's like through you exploring these avenues, something would be developing from that. So let's take a look here. Right, Ace of Swords really reinforcing the sense of just going ahead and going forward with creative ideas here. All right, for some of you Libras, just like I'm guilty of it right now. I make myself the example when I just downplayed me being an ASMR artist and being successful at it here, right? Just beforehand, because Spirit is really reinforcing the sense of where it's just like, no, you need to really take action on doing something here, because it would create opportunities, it would open doors for you. It's almost like this message, Libra, of where it's just like, how do I want to put this, my friend? It's this message of where the destination, like where you envision yourself, it's not necessarily wrong, but the path of how you're going to get there is vastly different than what you think it's going to be and how it started out as. So again, as an analogy, if I were to make this about my story here, I would see this and be like, you know what, maybe my life gets drastically improved based off of me doing ASMR. And then, my end goal is to be able to have my own foundation, to have my own charity for mental health. And then maybe the ASMR honey will be able to afford me being able to do that. Right. And so you think about it in that way there. I'm not saying this is like some type of overnight success or anything like that, but it's this message for you, Libra, of where it's like you have gone through so much in life. And this is not me trying to like, give you a pity party, honey, like, girl, what? It's more of the sense of where through, like, you've had so many different experiences that would make it so you could do so many different things, right? And so I feel like if I were to sit you down, Libra, and I'm like, all right, Libra, we're gonna make a YouTube channel for you. What are you interested in? What can you do? And I feel like you would have like a laundry list of things. Like you could do like a YouTube channel for tarot readings, ASMR, like the list would go down, like go on here, Libra. And I get like this message of where, because like you went through this heavy period of like gaining so much character that forced you to learn how to do different things. Obviously the ASMR, like what trauma, honey, makes, I guess you could go through some trauma being really good at ASMR if you always had to whisper in your house or something, but girl, that's a whole nother thing. But what I'm trying to say is it's like, your spiritual team is just like, let's not waste this character building that you went through, right? You went through all this expertise so you could be a jack of all trades type of way. You know the phrase where it's like jack of all trades, master of none, or like something in that manner there? I actually want to challenge that for you, Libra, because I feel like you would actually be really good at a lot of different things. You just don't see it that way yet, because like the skills that you've learned, you've had to learn them to survive or to get through life, and you never considered it from a place where it's just like, I use spirituality to just avoid depression, but actually you could be a spiritual leader. You get the point there, Libra. All right, but ultimately it's like your spiritual team is really wanting you to make use of all this time that you built character, because it's like, don't pigeonhole yourself into doing one specific thing. Sure, you could be very successful at doing it, but why only be successful at one thing when you could actually really expand quickly? All right, you have the Lover's energy. All right, now before I get into this Lover's energy, let's pull one more, because the Lovers is actually the most complex card in the tarot deck here. 9 of Wands here. All right, Libra. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I see like a thriving love life. I see a thriving social life for you because I really don't. Not to say it's going to be like a dry spell or anything in that manner, but it's this sense for you of where it's like stand strong in your conviction of your standard, Libra. Don't choose to settle right now, even if it's been a long time, honey. Like when you open your legs and cobwebs come out, and this, I'm talking to me right now, you know, just because it's been a moment since you had a lover, just because it's been a moment since you've had like a deep friendship connection, you might have gotten to this point where it's just like, you know, do I need to just lower my standards? Do I need to, you know, is there something wrong with me or something in that regard? It's like, no, like you have done the best that you can at this point in time for what it is that you've been given, right? And so sure, you may have ended up in some unfortunate social situations in your life, but you still need to maintain your level of self-respect, your level of standard, because it's going to be matched soon. All right, even in the back of the deck here, I'm drawing these three cards, all right, because this fits in perfectly. You have the King of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Chariot energy. This would really be speaking in a way, Libra, of like someone that already notices you, all right? That Page of Swords is like someone keeping watch, and then they're going to be making action here pretty quickly here soon. King of Cups, emotionally stable as well, very emotionally aware, which I feel like will just be a nice change or pace for you, because I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of emotional instability or immaturity here. And you know, I don't like, again, like I don't see anything like, you know, flashy or anything in that manner. I feel like it's going to find you at the appropriate time, but it's not going to be due to you changing up anything in your life or you lowering your standard to be more accessible. Does that make sense, Libra? So this is the tarot reading that I have for you. Hopefully something in here resonated. If you want to have a deeper connection with what's going on in your personal life, look in my website down below, and I'll talk to you later, Libra. Bye.